So it's done, guys. Well, it's not completely done. I have to hire movers again. And I'm not going to hire the same movers because they were like last minute. You know, and I have some days to play with. I want to find something cheaper. I didn't have that luxury last time, remember? I got that letter from the constable, and I was out of there the next day. Out of that house of horror. Got the letter from the constable Wednesday, where I found out just how deep that landlord's evil actually went. And I got out of there Thursday. So I'm not gonna tell my mama. I was thinking of trying to move Friday while she's, you know, at that place all day. I'm gonna take the beautiful blue lamp and these blue sheets and, you know, because I live in a total fucking twilight zone, you know, where Cheryl pinpointed it, but I didn't even bother saying it first because it's so obvious. My mother is deemed as somebody who can't make her own decisions, okay? So anything regarding money or whatnot, I'm taking advantage of my mother, period. I'm taking advantage of my mentally ill mom, and that's what... So if I take the lamp and the sheets, Marion will have more fodder. She'll go around telling everyone that I moved out and I took the lamp and the sheets that my mom said I could have. And I'm going to take the better computer desk, too, the original one that my mother had purchased all the way back in 2009. She's not going to care. What would she care? She has so much money, she can buy whatever her little heart desires. We went to Walmart. She met me at Walmart today after her doctor's appointment. She spent $142. 20 of it was on me. Just a small amount. Marion will never know because we spend that much all at once. Marion's not going to know that you spent 20 on me. A belt for $8. Nice new belt. And more socks, like those ones I got before that come white and black in a package, but they're mostly white, and I like black socks. I'm going to get 2 pairs of black socks. Those socks were $8, that's $16. And the belt, and the socks. And then a new, you know, eyeliner, lip liner, whatever, pencil, you know, sharpener, you know, the sharpener. It was $3, so just about $20. The tax, like 19 something she spent on me, and the rest was on herself. We split a box of Kind bars, you know, so I said, this is gonna be our lunch, Mom, chocolate peanut butter Kind bars, 2 each, you know. But anyway, she spent $142, only 20 of it was on me. It's not like Marion asks to see the receipts, but I'm sure that will be next. That's what's coming up. Remember, Marion she just lives for this control she has over my mother, so if she demands to see the receipts, I mean, Mom, there's nothing Mom could do. She'll bitch to me, but, you know. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, back to the shelter. Woman responded to my ad, but she's somebody flying here from California, and she wanted to know if I wanted to find an apartment with her, and I was up front with her. I have horrible credit. I can't, you know, I can't have my name on a lease or whatever if I have horrible credit. She's like, show me back, thanks for being up front with me, I appreciate it. And, you know, that was the end of that. I'm sure the offer still stands with that guy all along. Well, you know, I have a place, and I don't know if your dog get along with my cats, but you know, do you think if we had chemistry, we could be boyfriend and girlfriend? He changed his tune by the time I never wrote back to him. And finally I told him to please stop writing to me. Then he changed his tune. Well, I could use the financial help, you know, and it's too late. You already indicated loud and clear what you're looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. I fell asleep tonight in the chair watching the news. I didn't get to see the weather. And I woke up, watched part of Jimmy Kimmel Live, you know, just for some escapism. Then I watched this thing, some kind of news show, and it had this guy. I've seen stuff like this before, and he pretty much, you know, he's something else. He climbs mountains without any kind of safety equipment, so, and I can predict right now, one of these days he's going to fall to his death, because something can happen. Like they said on the show, a bird can fly out, there could be a sudden gust of wind, you know, it can be something totally, you know, apart from his skill at, you know, most people just would not do that. He looks death in the face every time he climbs one of those mountains without any safety equipment. But you know what, like he says, like I say, life's a risk. On the news last night, since it's early in the morning, I was getting close to on the news, girl, young, beautiful girl, whole life ahead of her, yeah, you know, the usual spiel they give. Beautiful young girl, she had her whole life ahead of her, she was liked, she was this, she was that, blah, blah, blah. Out jogging and hit and killed by a guy who license was suspended, he wasn't even supposed to be driving. She's dead just like that. Snap your fingers, I said to my mom. Like, see, Mom, see how easily you can die. I mean, I've put myself out there, and you know, in full view of, you know, there's a lot of weirdos out there, and I've put myself out there in full view of them without any protection, you know. All these stars have protection. They have bodyguards, or they have this, or they have that, you know. I've put myself out there without any protection, so figuratively speaking, I'm climbing my own mountain without any safety equipment. I've never felt safe or secure for even 1 second my entire life, so, you know, it is what it is. I don't like it, I don't like anything, you know. The fact is, snap of the fingers, you're gone. You know, I was reading MSN today at the library, and I had to entertain myself while I'm waiting for my 50 zillion videos to upload. You know, a girl was doing charity work, cross-country biking or something. Last time, the same thing the guy was doing, and he got hit by a truck and dead, and she got hit, I think, by a truck and dead. She's on a bike, you know. The fact is, snap of a finger, you're gone. That's why when I'm in the midst of, you know, when I'm immersed and just in the midst of deep, deep despair, and I cry out to Joe, I want to die. He's like, there's no sense in wanting to die, Laura. We're all going to die someday anyway. And, you know, and it'll be here in a heartbeat. Yeah. It's like the Boston song. Don't you know there'll come a day when this won't matter? Come a day when you'll be gone. Stupid buried at the library today. I didn't get it while I was out shopping with Mama, but I got it at the library. But it wasn't anything. I didn't have anything with me. Nothing you could buy there. And I just kind of just improvised with paper towels and whatnot, because it wasn't anything bad. And then by the end of the day, when I was going to be walking home, I kind of just, I said to him, like, can you, do you happen to have, does anybody here happen to, she found me something that was real, would hold me over until I walked home, and got my own stuff. I have tons, I'm not going to buy anything, I have tons of tampons and pads at home, here. Not that this is my home, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to stop and buy something when I have plenty. So yeah, my mom already said I could have the lamp and the sheets and, be more for Mary, because I live in a Twilight Zone reality where, my mom is deemed incapable of making her own decisions, so if she does anything for me that involves money or whatnot, I'm taking advantage of my mentally ill mother, period. It's such bullshit. So, give Mary more to blab about, more to, see, Laura's such a scum, she even took the lamp and the sheets. Oh, fuck you, Mary. Fucking God. Mary doesn't care. Mom, that $1,700 was not, I didn't cost my mother a penny living here. And I bought her stuff. In the beginning, when I didn't know she had all that money, because she'd hidden it from me per Marion's orders, I bought her the $250 vacuum, but, I bought different things, but I was paying for everything, as you know. All that $1,700 was money I'd given to my mother when I didn't know she was, relatively rich compared to me. It's relatively rich, more money she could ever spend. But you guys know damn well, unless you would just live under a rock, or unless you're just completely ignorant, Marion thinks of all my mother's money as hers. You understand? That's why she demanded to have that $1,700 back. And my mom said, I gave Laura that. And she's like, here, she tells everyone I stole it. It's just, people are so fucking ignorant. Certain people, anyway. I can't take it. I'm not going to tell my mom. I'm hoping to be out of here. If I can arrange for it Friday while my mother's gone. That's what I want to do. She'll come home. She'll cry. She'll probably call me at the shelter that night. She'll cry, but deep down I know she'll be relieved. That's not the right phrasing. That's implying me saying deep down. I know that deep down that, my mother will be relieved. Deep down inside of her, she'll be relieved. Because if I say deep down, I know she'll be relieved, that's referring to me saying deep down, I know. No, I know that deep down inside of her, my mother will be she'll be relieved. I'm sure she'll cry, you know. She's super sensitive like I am. That's part of what makes us, quote, mentally ill, she and I, unquote, you know. That's part of what makes my mother and I, quote, mentally ill, unquote, is our extreme sensitivity, you know. She's gonna cry, but she'll be relieved deep down, I know it. Mary finds out about you too, you know. She can come over here and rant and rave all she wants to my mother, and I'll get to hear it on the phone, you know. But I won't be a sitting duck here. When hopefully the time comes, I'll come over here and get my dog. And that will be the end of that. Probably do what I did before when I was living with Bobby. I won't tell my mom where I'm living, you know. Converse over the phone and maybe meet somewhere from time to time. I'm saying this unemotional and in a monotone because I give up, you know. Sure, it would have been nice if, like Kraken said, if my mom could just put her foot down with Marion and, you know, and say, look, but Laura's staying here, she finds a new place to live, period, you know, but that's just not going to happen. My mother reacts in horror at the mere mention. No, I can't do that, I can't. No. Like, Mommy, and then when I say she could find out some other way, she could find out about YouTube. How's she going to find out? Why did she never find out before? Remember how naive, you know, my mother is. You know, she doesn't have my kind of brain, you know, like, Mom, she can't grasp it that I'm famous on YouTube. That, how come she never found out before? Mom, because before I was going to great lengths to try to prevent her from finding out, you know, as much as possible to prevent it. I still needed my fix, because believe me, this is like a drug to me. I still needed my fix, but I didn't engage in it to the degree that I'm doing now. Released all my videos where what I did in order to release all my videos, and YouTube didn't always have this feature. This was only a couple years ago I think it came up with this feature. The bulk feature is great. I have thousands of videos. Without the bulk feature, I couldn't improve upon my channel the way I'm able to do with this bulk feature. Those videos I created in California are mostly angry, you know. So I bulk age restricted all over 4,000 of my videos, and now I'm slowly taking the age restriction off of the ones that I can watch or whatever, the ones that I know don't need to be age restricted. All the ones that, you know, are not the ones that I created in California and LA. A lot of them, most of them don't have to be age restricted, but I don't know which ones, and I don't want them flagged, you know. So I age restrict them that, you know, I have a fighting chance, because they're not gonna be flagged for like nudity or something like that, you know. But they could be flagged for being vicious. But again, justifiably so, you know. You're making me feel like shithole because I ate one of your hot dogs. Meanwhile, when I got my food stamps, I bought a whole bunch of food for us and whatnot. But once it runs out, you know, you've got to cover me. It's just a stupid hot dog, and how am I supposed to know you wanted to eat it, you know, for dinner? You know what I mean? So, you're making me feel like shit for pointing out that it's, you know, Omar shouldn't be eating so many potato chips, you know. So I had venomous videos I created back then, but they're justifiably venomous. Justifiably. Just like, you know, my venomous videos that pertain to that landlord. And notice no venomous videos in regards to Bobby. I don't know if my friends noticed that. Did you hear me making any kind of videos? Bobby's evil, I hate his fucking... No. He broke my heart. No venomous videos in regards to Bobby. No venomous videos, in case you didn't notice, in regards to my former shelter friend either. She was venomous towards me at the end. I was simply pointing out that she was in no position to be so nitpicky in regards to my flaws, you know. Joe is in a real good place, fucking makes real good money, and he's doing he's brilliant and a musician, you know what I mean? And he's got his fucking act together, okay? He's in a position to, you know, be nitpicky about my flaws when he doesn't do it, but he's in that position. She wasn't, you know. But I didn't tear into her the way she teared into me at the end, when she knew it was over. And I still can't help to wonder deep down if she just didn't like her, you know. She could rely on me if she needed extra money or whatnot. It was small amounts, but so what? If you're destitute, like Joe said, she was probably, that's how she survives, you know? Getting a small amount from me and a small amount from someone else, maybe a family member, a friend, you know, and then that's how she would survive. It's just because I thought she didn't have a penny didn't mean she really didn't have a penny. That's how she survived. So she may have just been... She can pretend she was upset over the loss of my friendship, but if she was unable to make me believe it, then what does that tell you, right? But anyway, if you search back, do you guys remember, the ones who watched all my videos, was I venomous towards her in any of the videos? No. Was I venomous towards Bobby? No. Venomous towards that evil landlord, and venomous towards Marion. No. Same thing. They should be holding hands. Holding hands and just, you know, Marion and the landlord holding hands and just reveling in their evil against me. Their evil natures. Donald too. Donald too. Hope was one of those went back and forth. She came through for me when I needed her. She would let me use my food stamps to buy her some food she was going to spend her own money on, and she'd give me the cash so I could, you know, just have a little, feel less like a fucking just low-life scum, you know, buy a new shirt at JCPenney or something, you know, just. But again, The nicer you are to me, the harder I'm gonna fall when you betray me. Like Hope inevitably did, and so did Bobby. The nicer you are to me, I let my guard down, and you betray me, and I crash and burn. That's why I nearly died. When Hope turned against me, and then she and her son ganged up on me. I just couldn't take that. Particularly since it was just simply over Omar. If they don't read anything else over Omar, she didn't want to be told what to do, even though I was right and I wasn't being a Nazi about anything. You know, there are people who don't believe any dog should have any people food at all. It wasn't like that. Just don't be having him OD on potato chips and crap, and don't be feeding him so much that he gets fat when he doesn't need to eat. He just knows you're a pushover. Oh, Perito's hungry. What can we find for Perito to eat? Why don't you let him eat his dry dog food? Oh, he doesn't like dry dog food. Why don't you eat dry dog? How would you like to eat dog food? I'm not a dog, It's my motto. I can't fucking take it. Stupid Perito's hungry made me fucking just cringe inside. One time she wanted to, can he have a can of beans? Why can't I just wanted to plead with her. Hope, why can't you just let Omar eat his dry dog food? He had his chicken mush. I make him chicken and green beans and chicken and brown, you know what I mean? He had that. He ate enough. Can't you just let him eat his dry dog food if he's really actually hungry? He will only eat his dry dog food if he's really hungry, and most of the times he's not. She just drove me nuts. And if I indicated the Lays, remember I was there under her, but she was like this even when I was paying, more than my share of expenses there, and she was the one who had left her husband and came back to me and Donald where we were paying the rent. She was just buying some food, not paying it remotely as much as we were between, and she still behaved that way when it came to my dog. But once I was there and I was just scum, just homeless, except under her group, she thought I should just be quiet. And if I didn't have a heart, I would have been quiet. If I only cared about having a place to stay and didn't care about Omar, and couldn't do that, couldn't keep my pretty little mouth shut, Not that there weren't other problems, too. She couldn't stand her son, as I said, and she secretly couldn't stand him. And then she'd go off gambling for the weekend, come back, and expect things to be perfect, Like you were gone for the weekend. What do you think? You're just going to come back? It's because she really didn't want to come